Okay guys, we are having a look at area and perimeter this week. So to start with, we're going to look at perimeter, and the perimeter is the distance around the outside of a shape. And for us to find the perimeter, we just have to add up all of the sides. So we've got this shape here. We've been given all of the lengths, so all we need to do is add them all up. So 4 plus 4 plus 7 plus 7, that's going to give us 22. Sometimes though, we have to find the missing sides. So as you can see, look, we've got some sides here, which we haven't been given the lengths of. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to use these two vertical lines here that are both 6. That means they must add together to make this total, this long one here. So 6 plus 6 is 12, which means that this length here must be 12 meters. And then we do the same with the horizontal ones, but this time we've been given the longest one. We've been given the whole way is 14, and then we've been told that part of the way is 12. So we must have to take them away to find the little bit. So that means that the length at the bottom must be 2 meters. Now we have all of our lengths, so we can just add them all together, and that will give us a total of 52 meters for our perimeter. Triangles, we need to make sure we know our different types of triangles. So this here is an equilateral triangle, means that all the sides are the same. That's what these little lines here mean. They're telling you that all these lengths are the same. So that means that all 3 sides must be 8 centimeters. So we need to do 8 plus 8 plus 8, and that will give us 24. This triangle has 2 sides that are the same. This is an isosceles triangle. So that means that this missing side must be 11 as well. This one down here, because that has a dash on, the same as that one. So 11 plus 6 will give us 28. And then finally, this is a scalene triangle. All 3 sides are different lengths to each other. So we're just going to add up the 3 lengths that we've been given, and that will give us 175. Okay. Area is the space inside a shape. So if we're looking for the area of a square, a rectangle, or a parallelogram, all we need to do is the base times the height. So this rectangle over here, the base is 3, the height is 5, so we're just timesing them together to give us 15 meters squared. Remember, for area, your answers are squared. A square, remember all the lengths are the same on the square, so if the base is 5, the height must also be 5. So 5 times 5 will give us 25. And then a parallelogram, this is your base along here. Your height is the straight length going all the way up. This is a side length. We do not want this as the height, okay? Make sure you're using your base and the straight length going through the middle. So 8 times 2 to give us 16 millimeters squared. The area of a triangle, we find that by doing half of the base times the height. So on this one, we've got a base of 7 and a height of 6. And we're going to half that answer. We half it because a triangle, look, is half of a rectangle. So if I were to draw in the lines to make a rectangle, this would be half of it. So we need to do 6 times 7, which is 42. And then half of 42 will give us 21. Area of a trapezium. This one is a little bit more difficult. So we do A plus B divided by 2 and then times the height. So you've got a trapezium here, and I'm going to label the sides for you. So the top is A, the bottom is B, and up the middle is height. So A and B, just make sure they are always your parallel lines, your 2 sets of lines that never meet each other. So we need to do 6 plus 10, because that's the parallel lines, divide it by 2 and then times it by 9. So 6 plus 10 is 16. And then we're going to divide that by 2, which is 8, and then times it by 9, which is the height, and that will give us 72. Finally, we might have to do some compound shapes. what we need to do is split the shape into two and then do the base times height, because when I split this into two, I'm going to end up with two rectangles, and we know that to find our rectangles we just do base times height. So I'm going to split it here. That will give me a long rectangle here and a smaller one on the side. But again, we've got to find our missing lengths, just like we did on the last slide. So we're going to use these ones here. We've been given the whole length of 9. Part of the way is 4, so this must be 5. Then the base times the height, well, the base will be 6, the height will be 5, so this bit is 6 times 5 to give us 30. Then we need to do the same again to find this missing length up here. So if all the way is 10, part of the way is 6, we need to do 10 take away 6, which means this length up here must be 4. And then the 4 times the height of 9, 36. And then the final thing we have to do is add together those two answers. And that will give us a total of 66 meters squared. Your tasks then, make sure you're checking if you are Key Stage 3 or Key Stage 4. As always, you don't need to do all of the questions in these links. There's lots of links this week because you've got each topic and then exam style questions on everything. So you're looking where you've got area of rectangles, just do a couple of them and then try and go on to the exam style questions. And same with the triangles, just do a couple, move on to the new shapes.